Here we go with the first 25 minutes of action. Chivas of Guadalajara against Fluminense of Brazil to finish off this Tuesday once again with the pleasure of accompanying you at home. Ramses Sandoval with Diego Balado for Guadalajara, Fluminense. The two teams complementing the group alongside Argentine side Boca Juniors. A shot from way out, which is saved well in the back from Santiago Hernandez. Wow, early on shot from Fluminense, Victor Cawan Zosa.
Not even 20 seconds into the game, and we already had the best showcase of what we can expect, especially in these dead balls.
There's Gustavo. There you see him, obviously, with a height advantage. I mean, he could probably just raise his hand up and touch the post.
Oh, that's for sure.
Here's the opportunity again. Crossed inside. First pull clearance from Las Chivas. Obviously, they saw what he was able to do against America. So Chivas of Guadalajara already with a 2-of-1 marking-like style against Gustavo. Let's go to the lineups. Guadalajara starting 9 on the pitch. Mr. Diego Balado.
Francisco Robles. He put Hernandez, Castellanos, Jimenez, Velasco, Mendoza, Leal, Martinez, Espinosa, and the other Martinez, number 16, Isaac Martinez. Those are the two forwards.
That's Guadalajara. The Brazilian side jumps into the field with this 9.
Diego Correa is their coach. The goal is Pedro Luis. Luis Miguel, Renan, and Mateus Luis, the defenders. Sousa, João Enrique, and Riquelme, the midfielders. And the forwards, number 9, Gustavo, and number 11, Victor. As all the Brazilian players, they go with a nickname. They decide to go for a nickname, for a common name, and they're known all their careers. I think he might got stepped on, right, by Gustavo. Obviously, a very unfortunate play for the Chivas player, and I'm sure it's not easy, and it has to be very painful to crash and to be stepped on by a player or a kid, in this case, for the size of number 9 Gustavo.
Diego Mendoza, who was injured, being helped back up, and will certainly want to get back into the pitch. These little ones are warriors, and they absolutely want to stay on the pitch. 3 minutes gone. Fluminense and Chivas 0-0. Flu coming off a 2-0 victory against Águilas of America, and Guadalajara did their part, holding off Boca Juniors with a 0-0 yesterday. So both of these teams, in theory, theoretically speaking, are both alive and kicking if they would like to make the next round. Looks like a foul is a foul called by the referee, and that time it was João Enrique da Silva who was just a bit late. We'll look at this play again. Trying to get past him was Omar Castellanos. And Las Chivitas will have an opportunity off the dead ball. Be coming in off the left boot, so it's going to be curled inward with the advantage for the forwards. Disadvantage on the keeper. Straight to goal off the post. So close for Las Chivas. He tried it like that. Isaac Gonzalez, that would have been a golazo. The ball can be controlled on the left by Mateus Luis Rocha. And Guadalajara's on it again, leaving a good impression 4 or 5 minutes in. The cross coming in late from Mendoza won't get there in time, and it'll be a goal kick. Renan da Silva setting up for it.
Very fortunate for Fluminense that that ball hit the crossbar. Chivas trying to overcome the size difference in favor of Fluminense with possession of the ball, trying to show a collective play, and obviously taking care of their opportunities on the free kicks, especially trying to score from long range. Here in the last one, they were very close of doing it.
Just getting word in from our producer, Joel Bengoa, a anecdote for all of you enjoying the game in a minute, because Gustavo is on it, going straight to goal, saved in the back by Hernandez. So Chivas of Guadalajara, Diego, was going to wear their traditional jersey. However, Alexis Martinez left the Rojiblanca at the hotel. So Guadalajara had to go on and wear their alternate uniforms.
Okay. Well, maybe they become the lucky uniforms.
Maybe. 6 minutes in, they're keeping up with this Fluminense side, who has a size advantage on them, no question about that, with guys like this man right here, like this kid right here, Mateus Luis, and of course our star striker, Gustavo de Oliveira. Here's the opportunity for Brandao. Brandao dropping back for Desigueira. The cross coming in, and look at that. Gustavo doing what he knows best, clearing, keeping the ball, backside turn to goal, but he was defended well that time. And for the throw-in, it's Luis Miguel Costia. Luis Miguel Costia again, chips up top, cross first time, and look at that. Trying to get crafty was Gustavo. Not that time for the Brazilian. Omar Castellanos, one of the smaller kids with the throw-in, but a ton of talent. Look at the way he's able to pass that ball. Playing on that right side for Chivas of Guadalajara, who are being smart about their technique. Obviously, we've spoken about this, Diego, with a 9-player system here. More than likely, you see a 3-3-3 all the time, or a 3-3-2, I should say, because of the keeper. But Guadalajara looks to have an extra man in the back, try to keep their eyes on Gustavo.
Yeah, they're playing more like a 4-3-1. Obviously, Gustavo is the player to watch, at least by 2 of the 4 defenders all the time. It still presents a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges for the defense because of his size. But if you saw what he did yesterday, then you had to be prepared to face him this way. And it looks like Chivas wants to contend to try to deny him the ball inside the box.
Ball straight to goal. Looking to get to the ball was Leonardo Leal. Leo Leal can't get there in time because it was Pedro Luis de Andrade first, the goalkeeper for Fluminense. And now again, controlling it is Riquelme Brandao. But look at this, crafty from Gonzalez. Here's Isaac, drops it back and finds a teammate in the other Isaac, Martinez. And now on the right to Castellanos. Going inside for Jimenez, who can't get there in time. And now it's Gustavo, backside turn to goal. Clears the ball, pivots and turns. Up to the races, goes left and finds the boots of Victor Cawan Sosa, who's still on the ball. Here's Sosa, chips it up top, a long ball to the right. Looks a bit long for Brandao. It is long. And it will be Chivas ball on the left via a throw-in of Cesar Espinosa. 9 minutes gone. The final matchup of this Tuesday Prospects Cup schedule. We will be back tomorrow with more matchups, basically and essentially sealing the groups. And we will know who our semi-finalists will be. The teams advancing essentially, Diego, to the domestic bracket championship final and the international as well.
Yeah, today with all the games almost finished, besides this one, it looks like LA Galaxy, Western FC, maybe FC Dallas, on the international, that on the domestic side. Those three, I think 2 of those 3 are going to be playing for the domestic final and the semifinals of the tournament in general. And in the international side, maybe Fluminense, maybe Boca.
Oh, you don't like to see
another kid that's going to require some help here. It looks very painful for him on the left side of his body. He got kicked there.
This is a card.
Yeah.
Diego.
It's definitely a card. I mean,
I understand the referee's probably trying to, how do I say this, play it a little bit softer, if you will, because they're kids, but that was a tough challenge, Diego.
Yeah, well, I'm not even sure that he called a foul on this tackle.
And you hate to see this, and we do remind you that Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle is in theaters this Wednesday. Do not miss it. Highly anticipated, and it should be a fun one. The young player is back on his feet, but perhaps the most talented guy for Chivas of Guadalajara, Isaac Martinez. Will look at it again. Yeah,
oh, yeah. That should have been a yellow card, no doubt. He arrives there too late. It is a foul, it's a free kick, but it should have been also a yellow card for the Fluminense player.
Renan da Silva. It's something you applaud via fair play. The refs have done a good job, but we've seen very little yellow cards and we've seen no ejections. We'll see what transpires. We're nearing the dozen of minutes in the first half. 12 minutes of action, 0-0 Fluminense and Chivas. Oh, that was well done by Riquelme, who gets back inside, but a great clearance from Diego Mendoza. And on the ball again, and look at that. A great job by Isaac Martinez. Another tackle, but he was able to hold it. Isaac wants it back. Looking to get in time was Leal. Leonardo didn't get there. The chip now is from Espinosa. Espinosa will have it again. He's not able to get it. He tried a resource right there with the back heel. But now it's Flamengo again. The intensity to which Flamengo plays with. Look at that. Camacho. That was Victor Cajuan Sosa. He's so talented, number 11. We do remind you there is more Prospects Cup coming your way tomorrow. Tune in to Chivas of Guadalajara against Club America, 12:10 p.m. Eastern, 11:10 a.m. Central, 9:10 a.m. Pacific, live on UDN. That is a group stage clash and a clásico. Chivitas and Aguilitas. A water break now for the youngsters as temperatures move high up in Kissimmee. As you look at the situation, 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius, a humidity of 56%. And the organizational committee doing a good job this time around, making sure that the young players can stay hydrated and safe for competition. As they make their way back in for action. Cesar Espinosa with the throw on the left flank. Won by De Siqueira, Luis Miguel Costa, and now on the right, the ball controlled by Omar Castellanos. Won by Mateus Luis. And now Luis Miguel. Called back to execute the throw, and there is Riquelme Brandao. And quickly taken by Chivas via Isaac Martinez, who opens it right for Omar Castellanos, who crosses midfield, sends a ball up top. Not the best control that time from Mateus Luis, a corner kick for Chivas.
And believe it or not, we reached minute 15th and the game is still 0-0. That's, I think, great news for Chivas. Not only that, Fluminense really, besides that chance they had in the first few seconds, they have not created anything else.
Gonzalez to take this. It's a good ball played inside. The header wide. But Leonardo Leal got there, and 15 and change still 0-0.
Nice try there. Not easy for Leal.
Up the sideline, throw in, and Chivas again will have the ball with Espinosa. But I have to agree with you, Fluminense has really not been overwhelming. Chivas has done a good job up until now controlling the potent offense. That's a high foot. Referee lets it go.
That's a dangerous play. At least
and look at that.
Maybe an indirect free kick, and Leal is down now.
Leal is down after contact with Mateus Luis, and I'd like to see the replay, but let's see.
Maybe they caught him with the elbow, with the arm there. No, with the hand.
Oh,
it was with the left hand. He caught Leal in the face.
Here's the cross. Chivas again. The header wide, but Guadalajara trying it again and winning it again. This time it was Diego Mendoza. But they're not backing down against a Fluminense side that look dominant against America. And all the way back for Santi Hernandez. Here's the keeper. 17 minutes. I like what I've seen from Chivas, from these Chivitas.
So far, so good, Ramses. Chivas playing against Fluminense much better than America did.
Absolutely agree with that statement. Of course, Fluminense trying to solidify a spot at top of the group, and Chivas looking to get back in the fight. Let's not forget that they can get to 4 points and drop down Fluminense, leave them at 3. And Flu still has to play a very good Boca side.
Well, if Fluminense doesn't win, if they tie today, it will be also a great matchup with Boca. If there's a winner in that game, it will be the one that will represent this pool, this group, in the semifinal stage.
Now, Chivas, in theory, would be alive as well, Diego, if they're able to get a big score against America, getting to 7 points. They would need to win this game, though. You're absolutely right.
No, but if they tie this game, then they will have to see what happens with Boca and Fluminense. I mean, Boca and Fluminense will have to tie, and they will have to defeat America in the mini Clásico
with
to have a chance, with a significant goal difference.
The header with some pace. Leonardo Leal gets there, pivots and turns. Was looking to get it to Gonzalez. The quick throw in from Castellanos, and again Chivas will have the ability to dominate on the right there, very close to their coach Francisco Robles, who indicates the Chivitas where to move. A challenge from behind from Mateus Luis, and another
kid down.
Yeah.
I was going to say another man down, but these are kids.
And you hear clearly from head coach Francisco Robles, there's mucha fuerza.
Well, no, he's saying that in the tackles, the Fluminense defender raises the legs, so it basically clips the Chivas player down. In this case, it was Mateo Velasco.
And to me, that's another foul, Diego. I mean, they're late on the challenge, but again, I understand the officiating aspect of it, but you also have to watch the game.
And it's so strong, so long. Mateus Luis, in comparison with the rest of the Chivas squad, that these things are going to happen, and they're going to happen very often.
Gustavo looking to get to that ball, not before Santi Hernandez can pick it up, and goalkeeper wearing 51 off to the races and opens it right. The pressure seamlessly, very quick from Fluminense, not letting Chivas breathe. And the fact is, when Guadalajara crosses midfield, they have good possession of the ball.
What happened now?
And the referee this time calling it back.
Oh, the goalie's down. The goalie for Fluminense. After this crash with Isaac Gonzalez, he went down, suffering some pain in his rib maybe area, maybe in his stomach.
Little warriors, all of these kids. It's unbelievable the way that they compete, want to stay in the match. It's one of the most wonderful things to see in these type of tournaments. They're just so healthy, so clean from a fair play and sports standpoint.
But it has been one of the, at least that I recall so far,
more physical games.
More physical games in the tournament. Very rough for some of them.
It's happened with a couple of Chivas players, and now the keeper of Fluminense, speaking, of course, of Pedro Luis de Melo. And just like that, 21 and change, nearing the 25th minute mark. That's regulation. We'll probably see some time added on for the water break, and then we'll be off to halftime and setting up the second 25. Going down to ground and not getting up was initially Sosa. He's up now, and now it's Castellanos on the right, who crosses midfield and looks for Leal. Leal's in the box. Not able to get through Luis, and now looking to get there was Mendoza. And now Mateus Luis slow to get up.
Well, he got tripped from behind, and I think he received another hit right there when he was falling down from number 5, showing that it seems to continue being a very physical game between these two teams.
Now, you mentioned it, Diego, but I will bring it up again as Fluminense pressures the outgo of Chivas. Guadalajara's kept the ball more on Fluminense's side.
Way more. I think possession-wise, at least it has to be a 60-65% in favor of Chivas. And that's, I think, what kept the Mexican side in the game.
They've done a good job containing the potent offense of Fluminense, and that's the secret. Keep the ball away from Gustavo. However, he looks for it now. Transiting the ball was also Riquelme Brandao, but he was dispossessed, and now on it is Mendoza, who's going to cross midfield. He's dispossessed with Souza. Now on the left, it's going to be Renan Da Silva going inside. Renan again. Da Silva's on the ball. He's still on it, pivots and turns with it, but Chivas again comes out defensively well, and now it's Jimenez.
It's a very basic thought in the game, but if your rival doesn't have the ball, they're not going to be able to hurt you. They're not going to be able to create chances, and I think that's what Chivas is trying to achieve, and they have done it in this almost 25 minutes of the half. Another hit.
And now Chivas.
And that should be a yellow card too.
Oh, and the ball will smash the post. What a shot from Riquelme Brandao, and the game picks up some serious intensity. Both teams now matching strength for strength. Look at the shot, Diego Balado.
Oh, right there on the corner where the crossbar meets the post. Right there, that's where the ball hit.
And look at this, looking to finish it off. Crafty Gonzalez, what a goal that would have been.
And everything was coming from the advantage play by the referee after a very hard foul by Leal. And number 9. I think Leonardo hit from behind. Number 3, Renan. That could have been a yellow card too.
And you're right, the referee let them play that time. 25 now played. We should see a bit more because of the water break that the teams took. Still 0-0. It has been an intense game with chances for both teams. And a physical one at that. Cleared away by Mateus Luis, and now it's Omar Castellanos.
A physical match like no other on this tournament.
In agreement, we are. Mr. Balado. Here it is. Looking at pivot Leal, Leo Leal. Chivas still on it. Both teams playing with sensational tenacity and
there's another 2 soldiers down.
Strength. Are they where? Other side of the field?
Yes, 1 for each team.
Oh,
I tell you.
Mateus Luis and Leal again.
Yes. Yes. What a game. I mean, obviously the intensity, you can feel it from both teams. The physical play too. Hopefully nobody's gonna get seriously hurt.
Both of them on their feet now and literally past the 26-minute mark now. Nearing 26.5. Should come to an end soon from the referee. Not before this play. Going up top for Gustavo. The header will go wide, and at 26 minutes, 31 seconds, the official calls it in its first half. Fluminense and Chivas of Guadalajara 0-0 in a physical tied matchup. We'll be back with more of halftime. It's the Second 25 minutes coming up. Guadalajara and Fluminense. As we set up for kickoff in the Prospects Cup. 0-0. A massive one for both teams if they want to stay alive and keep their hopes vivid in order to make the next round of this Prospects Cup. Chivas now going left to right on your TV screen, and Fluminense right to left, utilizing their classic uniform, and Guadalajara with their away one, if you will. A never-before-seen historic production, full on, put on by Univision Deportes. Who's that over there, Mr. Diego Balado?
I think our friend Mark Rosas was there too.
Oh, well, there you go. Checking out the scenery, taking a break. He's been on the calls on the Spanish side, which ties into what I was saying. English, Spanish, full-on sideline reporter, flash interviews, everything to give the full experience to these future stars of tomorrow.
And the Roma players are also there in the stands watching the game. It could be their potential rival in the final of the international bracket, in case Fluminense advances as the first in this group, and obviously Roma wins the other group.
The Italian side perhaps taking some notes on a potential rival in the next round. Let's not forget that the international bracket will have their championship, and it very may well be that one, Diego.
Yeah.
Essentially, the winner of this group will take on the winner of Roma's group that they share with Man City, Real Madrid, and Borussia Dortmund. And theoretically, the only teams eliminated at this point in time out of those two groups would be Borussia and America.
Yeah, and it will show how even is this competition. Because, well, after this,
Chivas could have a shot here. They do. The shot straight to goal, saved in the back by Pedro Luis, but that could have been it. And once again, it was Leonardo Leal.
If Fluminense doesn't win this game, then none of the international teams, of the 8 teams playing in the international bracket, would have win the 2 games.
There wouldn't be any perfect scores.
No perfect team on the international side. On the domestic side, we have 3 perfect teams already. LA Galaxy, FC Dallas, and Western FC. That's why on the domestic side, everything looks a little bit more clear about the 3 teams that had the chance to advance to the final. 1 facing each other, 2 of them facing each other. Tomorrow, very early, LA Galaxy against Western, and FC Dallas, that they only need a tie to advance as the first one on that group, on their group. Is a victor opportunity here, number 11 or number 8, Riquelme, both? It's gonna be Riquelme.
Riquelme Brandao is gonna set up for this one, and he's gonna try to do it with his left boot. May go straight to goal. 2 boys on the wall. Straight to goal off the post. Wow. And Gustavo can't get back there, but what a shot. Second post of the day for Fluminense.
Yeah. And I think it's the second post of the day for Riquelme. And as a big change for what we saw also against America, Luis Gustavo, sorry. Yeah, it was Riquelme.
What a shot.
Gustavo starts the second half. Remember that yesterday Gustavo only played the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
You know, he was 20 minutes outside sitting on the bench with a game that Fluminense was winning 2-0, but he started the second half. But now he's going to take a break. Number 9 is out when we hit minute 30.
Straight to the box. But Pedro Luis was there to keep it in. The long ball from Omar Castellanos.
Completely different view now with a much shorter striker in Fluminense. Now they're going to depend a lot of this number 10. Hey.
Oh, ole. On the right now, the opportunity is for Fluminense. And a shot, golazo! Goal! De Souza saltada, but David Luca da Silva does a great job covering and playing him onto the side, Diego.
The immediate impact of number 40, David, on the field when he just replaced Gustavo. He plays as a pivot with the back facing the goal. He prolongs the ball. He opens the play to the right, and there is when we see number 7, Kawa, with a great shot. Now, it's not the size, it's the technique, it's the skills of the different players, like Victor, like Mateus Pedro, the one that we saw with the tunnel there, number 10.
Yeah.
In nutmeg him.
Nice nutmeg. Well, look at that.
Look.
Ole!
He's gonna remember to close his legs next time.
Torero!
And you see number 11 again, like yesterday, Victor, every tackle screaming.
Yes.
Remember?
The intensity is unbelievable on
It's
him.
like a trademark for him. When he goes to the floor, when he goes to tackle, he's gonna scream like he's celebrating a goal.
Fluminense's goal means they go to 6 points. Look at that. That was a nutmeg for that. Alexi Martinez couldn't conclude the play. Now this obligates Boca tomorrow to beat Fluminense.
Absolutely. Fluminense now is becoming the perfect team on the international side, and the Brazilian team, in case of keeping this victory until the end, they want to take control of this group and, like Ramses is saying, obligate Boca to beat them tomorrow if the Argentinian team is the one to advance out of this group.
Yes, because Fluminense with a draw would have 7 and automatically advance. That makes that game a little bit more dangerous, but more exciting as well. Boca will have to go for everything. Look at that, well stolen. That time by Kawa Santana, who goes to goal. Saved in the back from Santiago Hernandez. Santi on the ball again.
Very dynamic. Kawa playing on the right instead of number 8, Riquelme.
That's a turn from Gonzalez, who went down. Now Leal, and a foul called in favor of Chivas.
And the referees bring it back to play where the foul was committed after giving the advantage to Chivas. There's a few subs coming in the game right now.
Straight to the box. In between both Barreto and Da Silva. A double sub, as Diego pointed it out, for Chivas, who's down 1-0. A couple of fresh legs into the pitch. One of them, Mateo Velasco, wears number 5 in the back of his jersey. Look at that. The struggle in the midfield, and another crafty move. And up top, it's Martinez. Trying to defend, doing it well and getting rid of it before the opportunity was there for Davi Lucas.
Looks like he's the king of the nutmegs, number 10.
Mateus Pedro Gonçalves Barrich. Makes it look easy, doesn't it?
Great Brazilian Portuguese accent by Ramses. As easy comes to him, as easy comes to play for number 10. He's the one showcasing all his tricks on the field right now. Very comfortable with the ball on his feet.
Well won by Gawa de Souza Santana. And here he is again. Watch him. Watch him. He's going straight at goal. Can you believe it? That would have been a golazo. He tried it like that, Mateus Pedro.
And he had two options, Mateus Pedro. He had to look for his own goal, like he did, hitting the ball from long range, or opening play on the left. Number 6 was coming by himself. Fluminense looks like the better side now, especially after the goal scored by Kawa.
And certain games are tailored or made for certain players, and it seems to me, Diego, that Fluminense has been more dangerous.
Yeah, with a little one, with
absolutely
Davi instead of Gustavo on the field. Completely different story than yesterday.
Not to say Gustavo is a sensational player, but perhaps completely locked out. Chivas was playing lights out defense on him, and I think they were surprised by the intensity and talent of Davi, who came on. This could be a good opportunity. A cross back, the death pass, defended and sent to a corner kick by Isaac Martinez.
And that's why Ramses, I think it was during the first game, we were saying about how size is important, but it's not sometimes what makes the difference between one team or another, between one moment in the game, maybe in a span of 10, 15 minutes, where here Fluminense looks better with a shorter player as a center forward.
Yeah. Cross comes back in. Second time it was defended well. And before the rebound could come from Riquelme, W went down on the box, nothing called. Now Leal pivots and turns. Numbers for Chivas: 3 attack, 3 defend. This could be it for Guadalajara. Not enough control, and to the hands of Pedro Luis.
A very dangerous corner kick. The handball of the goalie for Chivas prevented there a strike, another one from the head of Mateus Luis.
38 minutes gone. Looking to come up with it was Alan Jimenez.
And I think it's time again to refresh. A water break.
All cameras on Mateus Pedro.
He seems to be the magician on the field. 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. Here we can see all his tricks. Back heel. He seems to find very easy to put the ball in between the rival's legs. And it's not just to do it. I mean, obviously he's having fun.
Yeah.
But it's also passing the ball like that. You know, he's doing it because the team needs to him create opportunities like that, and at the same time shows us all the skills that he obviously has. Right now, I think it's the most important player on the field for Fluminense.
Certainly been the game changer for a Flu side that was not able to strike the wall of Chivas of Guadalajara during the first 25 minutes of action. They have been able to now, and they lead the Mexican club, the Mexican Academy, 1-0. Victor Cawan going to Kawa Santana. They'll insist. Cross comes from the right. That's good defense, sending another ball to corner for Fluminense.
And this is the side of the pitch. This is the area where the ball has to be, where Fluminense wants it.
Curled in, the header off the post. A rebound will go off target on the second opportunity for David Lucas.
And it was Kawa, again, number 7, the one who scored the only goal in the game, the one who put this header off the post. It's already the 3rd post for Fluminense in the game. 2 times the crossbar, and now the post for Kawa. That's why they're only winning the game on 1 goal difference.
And a story of 2 tales once again, because Chivas of Guadalajara had been very good in the first half, Diego, and in the second it's been all Fluminense. Although Guadalajara tries to answer back, the shot not the best contact. The cross came on from Avila, but Gonzalez couldn't redirect it correctly, and getting rid of it was Mateus Luis. Back into the box, too much ball for Leonardo Leal. And we're going to take a look at the player of the game presented by Gatorade.
And the player of the game is Kawa Santana. He came in the second half, and for now, he scored the game winner for Fluminense. That is why he's our MVP.
There it is. For now, with about 8 minutes to go, it's 1-0 for Fluminense.
And Fluminense starts to take their time to make a sub and to continue play here with this tying of the shoe.
Beginning to play with the clock, to manage the clock, if you will. They're up 1-0, and this is a very important win. Oh, can you believe it from Mateus Pedro, Diego?
I tell you, he is the little magician on the field.
You are not kidding me. And it almost happened for number 10. Wow. And Chivas of Guadalajara looking to answer back. Making the run is Leal. He won't get it. That's excellent defending in the back from Luis Miguel de Siqueira. And now again, the player of the game, Kawa, going inside. Guess for who? Looking to make the first move, but he's dispossessed well. That was Mateus Pedro, who has been sensational. And look at this. You know, Jimenez is able to recover. He was not about to let Mateo Luis get away with that one. 43.5 gone. 1-0, Fluminense. As Mr. Bellato clarified for us, Flu will be the first international side to go perfect with 2 wins. And truth be told, perfect period. They will have 3 goals in favor, none against. And ready to face off Boca Juniors tomorrow. A tie for them, if this holds, will be enough. Well, you know what that means for the Argentine side. There is a tremendous rivalry, not only between the countries, Diego, but between these 2 clubs.
Well, the first thing Marquez said on the post-game interview after the victory for Boca Juniors against America is tomorrow against Fluminense. We know that we're going to be playing for the chance to be in the semifinals, and we're going to give it all. So they already know that in this last game of the group phase, the first spot and only spot that qualifies to the semifinals is up for grabs. And Boca wants it, but to obtain it, they're going to have to beat Fluminense, it looks like.
Almost 45 in the books. Chivas of Guadalajara started well in the first half, not able to contain the same level of play, and have been surpassed just a bit in the second by Fluminense, who's up on the score 1-0. All the way back to Santi Hernandez, who comes out quickly for Alan Jimenez. And the long ball for Leal. First, the good defense from Mateus Luis da Silva Rocha. Guadalajara will try it again on the left. Cross comes in. Glenn Avila. And all the way back now for Diego Mendoza. Jimenez. Martinez Alexis. Inside for Isaac Martinez. And back out. Crossed into the box. Guadalajara will control it again and put it back in the danger area. Good defense for Mateus Luis before Leal got there for Chivas. It's a throw-in.
Should be for Fluminense.
For Flu.
Yep.
And the 1-2 pass just a bit long for Joao Enrique. Guadalajara again with a chip ball up top. Mateus Luis is there to defend. On the midsection, Guadalajara will try it again. Leal looking to have a shot, looks to turn. Passes to his teammate. Leal looking to have a shot. Back again for the crafty man, Isaac Gonzalez, who has to open left again. Ball comes back inside. Mateus Luis gets rid of it. Guadalajara pressuring on. And now it's Flamengo with the breakaway opportunity. And now we'll see the play, or should I say plays of the game, brought to you by Olive Garden. As one last try from Fluminense. For now, that is saved by Hernandez. The plays of the game, and I say plays, brought to you by Olive Garden, Diego, because it's all the balls to the post.
Yes, 3 of them. For Fluminense and 1 for Chivas. This out of 2 free kicks. 1 in the first half, and this second one by Kawa on the second. Also Kawa hit the post with this header. Riquelme did it in the first half too,
yeah,
with a long range shot. And number 6 for Fluminense has a yellow card. Joao Enrique for interrupting or not letting the goalie for Chivas to put the ball in play. That's why he got yellow carded.
A couple of changes being made.
Great second half by David and by the magician Mateus Pedro.
The magician, I love it. Renan da Silva was telling his teammate, to my chest, a bit down. Back, it's going to be a little bit of a compromise situation, but Santi Hernandez gets rid of it. Look at that. Well played by Joao Enrique, who's had a sensational game, going for Riquelme Brandao on the one-on-one. Looks to have a cross. He does. The last touch is from Cesar Espinosa. Corner kick for Fluminense.
Very smart, Riquelme, trying to cross or trying to at least negotiate a corner kick here and keep the ball far away from our goalie, Pedro Luis.
Joao Enrique Mendes da Silva to take the corner. The header so close. Getting there was Mateus Luis.
And this is the first time in the whole game where Mateus Luis could get on a corner the opportunity to score like he did against America.
Brought down all the way out by Jimenez Alan. The first time touch was well taken by Martinez, who goes in the box. And Fluminense gets rid of it before the shot could come from the boots of Isaac Gonzalez. 50 and change gone. Very close to the end, nearing the finish of this match. Fluminense with a sensational tournament thus far. I say that because they will be perfect with 3 points. And on the doorstep of getting the advance into the next round after tomorrow, we will have a great game between Fluminense and Boca Juniors. And Chivas of Guadalajara will officially, mathematically be eliminated from the tournament. .51 and 23 seconds, that's the end. Diego Balado, Fluminense has beaten Chivas 1-0.
And they're looking to advance to the next round. They're 1 point away from doing it. It's not going to be easy tomorrow to obtain it against Boca Juniors.